Hello, it's your boy Rick de Valdo Rodrigues BG. I think it's what? Let me just check. Yeah, it's your boy Unique BG. You can see me picking up this part of my body, you know? It feels like this entire neck area is being stitched up on top in my body. There's something here. Something here. As if they put something there. I cannot grab it what it is, but they put something there. You know? They put something there, my enemies, you know? And I think it comes from Dinar. You know? There's a MPLA there. MPLA group there, you know? This ain't no beating up. This is poison. Poison operation. It's in my anus and around my neck area. Really. I'm talking, but all this neck area seems to be like full of air. Like, you know, if they swapped it. No. Like if they swapped it. There's something that they put in my neck. Something here. Yeah. Just check what's in here. There's something here. It's 22, 23, 25 of the evening. And like I said, this attack came from people in Dinar. The whatever people that are in Dinar. Yeah. Remember that today in the morning I put out a video about Portuguese school, which just now I put in the YouTube to publish. You know, I let the YouTube recycle the video, and just now I put it on YouTube to publish it. You know, yeah. But something was put on me here, or they really coated my neck piece and they put it on another thing. You know, because it's really body speaking. The body is speaking. Something is here. No. Something is here. You can even listen to them talk shit. He already suffered. And they're a woman saying, violent. I'm sick and tired of this whore. Speak that shit. I'm gonna get her. It's gonna take long, but I'm gonna get her. No, I am gonna get her, and I am gonna get into Dinar. No. So these motherfuckers just do, these people, they just do what they do if you allow them to. I wanna know where the fuck they're coming from, where they're talking from. If it's not Dinar, it's this nigga's house here, and I'm gonna do it. If it is this nigga's house, it's gonna be even easier. Trust me. I don't have a problem with it. He's gonna come to me, and I'm gonna find him in the fucking underneath the earth. I'm gonna grab these girls. Look, I was scratching myself until I pick up some lines, you know. Scratching myself until I pick up some lines. On the camera, you can see it better. Yeah, as you saw in the previous video, these niggas, they did something to me. They tied me up. There's the evidence here. There's the evidence there. There's the evidence. There's the evidence, There's the evidence. That's why I'm sick. For like 7 years I've been here. I've been getting sick with all kind of diseases. You can see the evidence. The 2 lines of being tied up. Then you come here, the shoulder. There, I think one there. There you go. There's a line, 2 lines. I tell you, bro. I tell you. Look, I'll tell you one thing. These people, most of the things that they do is the owner of this house, Manuel Tomás José. Now, he no longer really has that authority over me because we are like set straight. This is still your house, but because you did to me, I'm not gonna live here empty-handed and on the pride limb, living on the streets. I was never supposed to go like that, and I'm not gonna go like that. And far from just living here, I'm gonna get my revenge from these people. So I am gonna get the people who did this today, especially the whores, especially the females. They are gonna suffer. Because this whole thing, nothing happens to them. It's from this house, I think it's G10. G10, G10. Because G11 is the house directly behind me. Every single shit annoyance is from this house, Dina or G10. Dina is G4. But I rather believe it's G10 because Dina basically is empty. She says it's empty, so mostly the noise that I'm listening to is this house, G10. Because there's a homosexual there, huge homosexual guy, who killed his own father, Sr. Banda. He killed his father, and he's been living there ever since the Sor died. The Sor was a black guy who he was distraught in his last days. But he was a gentle guy, but you could see he was distraught. He was big, huge guy. And I'm listening to them threaten me now, but I'm gonna see this through. Yeah, I'm gonna see this through. It's okay. We don't have to fight it. So yeah, like I said, he was big, and they killed him. The big guy killed the big man. And he's not his son. His mother made him with somebody else because the guy is dark black, and this one is light skin. So this light skinned guy, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything except for just stay in this sir's house, and play like a man there. Play like a man. He's a gay, he's homosexual, and he's pedophile. He's always working with fucking kids, and he's already my age, 30 something, but always working with fucking kids, 15 and 17, always. Now this is it. I'm gonna deal with him. I told him how I was gonna deal with him. I'm gonna stab him, because this nigga, he is one of those huge body mass building guys, Like I said, homosexual. He's homosexual. Every time I go there, he runs away. And he avoids me. Because like I said, these niggas are faggots. Not just faggots like rapper out singers. No, they are homosexuals. And they're highly coward. They do not like a person who challenges them directly. They go around like they did just now. Because I was sleeping since the 16 o'clock, 16 in the afternoon, until 22, 23 of the evening. That's a lot of time. You don't even know what the fuck they did to me. And I showed you signs that they tied me up. I showed you signs that they I said it's me, Lunik BG. Yeah, Lunik BG. Just as a reminder, I ate some food, my fungwa food, but it's not the food, But that's how it started. The toothache thing. I ate Angus burger and I got that toothache. And this whole part of my neck is hurting me, so I don't know what the fuck they did to me. Look, there's the tying up scars. Can you see it? Yeah. You saw another tie up lines. Hello. It's 1 o'clock, 10 minutes. It's 18th of February. You can see I'm awake at 1 o'clock, 10 minutes. I was fighting with my phone to try and connect with the computer so I can actually make those videos in YouTube much faster. And I actually managed to get it. It's a very, very, very what you call it, simple way and very primitive way to connect this advanced phone, Android phone, to the computer, but it's working. It's better than nothing, Because at the time I have to use SD cards to actually put the videos on YouTube. You know, I'm gonna rant a little bit in audio. Please just listen to all of this because this is very important. This is why this video that I put today now, at this time, it happened at 23 o'clock. I woke up, my throat is still hurting me. It's like they did some shit to me in the throat. Either they took out something or they put up something, this GPS shit. And in my anus hole is so now wide stretch. It's amazing. I was trying to wipe my ass and my hands were literally going inside my anus hole. No blood because I'm already used to the trauma and shit like that. But it was literally going inside my anus hole. You know, um, like I was saying, I just want to tell you why this happened. In the morning, I figured out these niggas were meeting in the the same school, Escola Portuguesa dos, disguised as in the name of Caju, Escola Colégio Caju. I put the video, it's also on YouTube from 17th of February today or yesterday about the day of the rain, the rain yesterday. Yeah, but the main thing was in the middle of the day, in the afternoon, more or less inside the night, there by 17, 18, 16, I think it was 16, 17 o'clock, you know. As always, I always watch other YouTube channels, so every single day, because I don't have time to watch television. The only thing that I'm trying to watch now is RT, and that's the only thing I watch on RT. Not much the news, but the programs like the documentaries, because it is in these documentaries in RT that I get a lot of information of what really is going on. If you check my earliest video, I refuse to talk about reptilians and all these things and my belief systems and etc. Why I did that? Because racism plays a big part in how the enemy is separating us, and because of this separation, the enemy is able to manipulate and walk among us. I mean, like water to cracks, you know. And there is this thing of Facebook and Twitter. As you may know, if you are targeting the video, and YouTube, as you may know, if you are targeting the video, like me, you have noticed that, they really block you on these social media platforms. But then they were never social media platform. They were social testing platform, social psychological testing platforms. If you check the result of Facebook, Google, Twitter, and all these things, they serve the purpose of channeling everybody's communication into their sites, into their pipelines. So that's why they can control us. I believe you people either are from some other planet or very dumb or something, because you basically are giving the victory to the enemy. And the crackdown has already started. Watch Redacted tonight, Saturday, 17 February 2018. And it's a crackdown. Illegal to feed the homeless. That's in America. It's also in Africa. Illegal to feed the homeless. Illegal to sleep in your own land. I only have a land. I don't have no hardware on top of the land. So if I sleep in my land, they're gonna arrest me because it's illegal. Illegal to fucking do a whole lot of stuff. A soft crackdown. And on the internet, I mean, look, since 2014 or 15, it's as if the internet was a fat guy, now he's dying because he's so slim. He did one of those operations that, it's hard to find anything useful in the internet. It is slim. You do a Google search for like a documentary or a movie that you want to watch, it is slim, almost none, almost zero. Maybe they have me under encirclement, and this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to isolate me and close me off to the world so that nobody listens to me. I seriously don't think my YouTube page is being watched by other people, but they can have access to my YouTube page. But my YouTube page, you gotta really watch it if you're listening to this. You gotta watch it. A lot of people were watching it, but now they stopped it. And it was because of this Portuguese school. Because they made such noise about it, and so people went to see it. And when they see it, they say, "Okay, we've seen this before. These niggas at the bed, crook niggas." And it's not Angola people from Luanda, it's probably from the provinces, people who are also suffering under what they're doing. Now, what I was telling you, why they did this to me at 22:10 or 22:20 o'clock, why they did this. As I was watching my YouTube videos, I started watching these videos that, talk about, the music industry in Hollywood, but I started one with the music industry. And I had I was watching. I have, as you know me, I'm the so-called gay guy and etc. And the whole world knows me and the whole world hates me for no good reason at all. Maybe I'm alien being, maybe you just hate what I say, but I'm a very honest guy and I believe in telling you how it is rather than trying to politicize things and sugarcoat things or even trying to manipulate people. I don't like that shit. Anyway, this is it. As I'm watching, the guy starts saying, because they were talking about the rappers who are becoming or showing homosexual tendencies and talking about the real life that, they talked about Harvey Weinstein. They didn't talk about the real players in Hollywood which actually rape men. And in the mainstream media, they're not talking about Hollywood directors and etc. who actually rape men in the ass, rape them and have sex with them, And they're not talking about that, And I was watching that video, and then they came in apart, where they started saying, "Look at these guys. They dress like women. Look at their clothes. They dress like women." And then this thing, you are targeting the video. You listen to their suggestion, their voices, their suggestion, you have to be careful when you say this in your video. I have to be, because they're gonna say, "Oh, you listen to voices," and etc. I don't just have a way to prove this, but I know how the methodology is radio waves. It's radio waves. Your cell phone radio wave, not your cell phone tower radio waves. And if you have electronics in your house, they'll ping on them. They kind of like bounce on them like mirrors and etc. Watch out for your air conditioner. It's a good way for them to transmit those things due to the remote control and shit. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know. I'm making the research. I'm actually checking out how to fight these things. And yeah, I'm actually trying to build a jammer, a radio jammer. You can jam their telepathy or artificial telepathy, Yeah. There's two ladies, Hamola D and Dr. Catherine Horton. Hamola D, I believe more or less, but Dr. Catherine Horton is a PhD in physics, but she speaks nothing useful. I'm sorry, Dr. Catherine Horton. I mean, come on, I really want you to. You are physics PhD. I'm no physics PhD, but I'm checking how to do this, and I really got nothing in my house, and I got no fucking money to buy nothing to help me out. Whatever I got at the home, that's what I will build the machine out. But I didn't get too much for my studies, so yeah, and I cannot study because they actually steal information from your brain. They steal information from your brain, literally. It ain't just the NSA listen to your phone, they listen to your thoughts. And Edward Snowden hinted at that. And he was saying that, but he couldn't speak all of it, Because I know, so that's what happens to me. For example, right now I'm listening to them and they are like chanting at me. It's 1 o'clock. Why should I have a crazy moment? Why the fuck am I waking full of pain? Watch my videos. Watch the lines in my body. You can see I've been tied up or I've been beaten up or whatever the fuck they do to me. Anyway, and I'm watching this rapper's video, right? They're like talking. They started doing this sensation. Look at them. They dress like gay. I'm like, look, this is it's how they are. It's their environment, They're dressing like that because you pay them a lot of money to endorse your machines. They're like, nah, look, they're gay. They're just like you. You dress up like that. You're so gay and etc. And I'm like, listen, I'm sorry. And I was like in a pride talk because you always have to get that moment to beat him up when he always comes up, because when he gets embarrassed, he does things like that. He will beat you up and try and fucking kill you or try and maim you, because that's what they try and do almost every day. Because every day I fight them and beat them. That's true. Every day I fight them and beat them. And I told them, look at my clothes. Look at my clothes. I don't have money to buy the designer clothes. My clothes are straight, but not so tight like this Angolan general sons. Like, you come here to Angola and, you get these so-called general sons. They think they dress up right. They try to imitate white people, No racism intended, but, their underpants or pants, pants are so tight that you actually can see the line of their underpants. And in the feet, you got like a knee in the feet. That knee in the feet, is exposed with no socks. In the olden days, of my days when I was like 5, you dress clothes like that, everybody used to laugh at you. Oh, your pants are raining, meaning you're exposing your feet knees, And they dressed like that with the shoes without socks. I mean, come and watch them. They're like fucking clowns, They're fucking clowns with colors that look like serious clothes. Like clowns have like the pants finish before they exposing the knee, the feet knee, and they only have socks. Now imagine them without the socks. That's how these motherfuckers dress. And the ass cheeks, they are men, but you can literally get the trousers dividing the ass cheeks. Tight as hell. And very tight to the ankle or to the leg clothes. And I started railing at him like this. And then I told him, these rappers, do you know why they're gay? Because for them to be gay, they had to deal, they were suffering. Their brothers are dying, their mothers are dying of starvation.
So they only had one solution to get away of salvation. It was to actually, sell themselves to you for sexual ego purposes, so that you could actually have sex with those men and actually feed on their spirit, break them mentally, and own them like if we're owning your woman, which is already wrong to own a woman the way you guys do, But to own a woman, to own another man, a fake man like a black man, ugly man like that, so that you can say, no man, I fucked you in the ass. Like they tell me every single time. You have heard this. You know, that's beyond homosexuality. That's Satanism. That's all that shit that is wrong. And God never strikes them. Have you ever seen that? You know, look, reptilians, Nephilims, angels, demons. There are a lot of similarities between these four. I say they're one in the same. The God system, God and devil system, is like the Matrix. And God is the title to a governor governing us. The reptilians are above God. Look, so just a small taste. Because I'm going to make a video with a lot of links, YouTube links, and you watch those YouTube links and you start connecting the dots as I'm connecting. Start with the book of Enoch, and check how God talks about woman, Yahshua. Just because the book is old, that doesn't mean it's right. Yahshua. It says, but for a long time, Jehovah, Yahshua, did not interfere until almost all men. In fact, the book of Enoch says men were extinct, except for Enoch. Men were extinct from the earth by the so-called giants or Nephilims and their fallen angels' fathers. And the earth was crying. The earth, not God, not the angels, the earth, the planet. Which, by the way, I believe this. I do not believe. I know this planet is a living entity, just not the one we are used to identify. It's like a plankton, one of those plankton things. It just stands still, Yeah, but anyway, yeah, the earth complaining, and one of the angels, merciful and generous as they came to Joshua and said, Joshua, you gotta intervene. Our brothers really are doing shit there on earth. Just like rich people's children. Actually, if you take this so-called, the book of Enoch and the Nephilim's behavior, and you place it next to these elite children and elite people, they behave exactly the same. Exactly the same. Psychopathic, sodomics, incestual, and etc. It is the same shit. Coincidence? No way. I'm smelling perfume now, so they're around me already doing shit. I have been training my senses because I have nothing else. When they come to me to rape me, they put me in a trance. That's why they can do all the things that they can do to me. And while they're doing it, I dream. If they're not doing anything, I don't dream. Yeah. And like I was saying, about the Nephilim things, and I started telling them, him, look, these rappers, they are like this because you make them, you pay them money to endorse your clothes, like your Gucci clothes, your Louis Vuitton, your Paris Week, Fashion Week, and etc. And it's garbage clothes, it's garbage clothes. It's homosexual, satanic clothes, garbage clothes. If you want an example, look at Lady Gaga. They were showing Will Smith kissing Jaden Smith, his son. They were showing Lil Wayne kiss baby and etc. And I don't mean no disrespect to these guys. Check. I want to save these people. As long as they don't want to participate in this system, they are mine to be saved. They are my brothers and sisters. Because these are the people, when I'm very sad and crying, I listen to Lil Wayne, I listen to Snoop Dogg, I listen to Ice Cube, I listen to these guys, And you're gonna say, he's a racist bastard, he just listens to rap. I listen to all music, including Japanese folklore and Japanese mantra and Japanese thing, including rock and roll. I got POD, Youth of the Nation, and I got Cold in my mind. And these two songs that I just mentioned to you, this true rock and soul. Even that lady that died from Ireland, in your head, zombies. Listen to what she's saying. It's as if she's predicting what we live in on. It's as if she's explaining what we live in on. I'm having chill bones. Please, if you listen to this video, please have the same chill bones and connect. POD in my mind, with my mind. You listen to that song, it's as if he's talking what's happening to us. Look, maybe this started a long time ago and only them were seeing this. And the youth of nation from POD is not different though. It's explained these shootings in America, and he also talks about the mind. It's as if all of them were talking to you about what was happening today, about our minds be attacked. They are not attacking just our flesh. They do that to play with us, to frustrate us. They're attacking our minds. They will literally want this is not just about control, this is about subjugation. Anyway, I hope this video is not that long. It already has the video of 13 minutes. And yeah. And so I told them, it's not just blacks for me. It's Katy Perry, Britney Spears, my sister, Eminem. And I wasn't with Eminem when he said about that thing about Trump. Because if they're so easily manipulated, then when he goes to the United States presidents, they're going to really abuse him. Just imagine, George Bush was, the person who he was, and he was one of them, but still manipulated. Imagine Eminem. Oh, come on, bro. The whole world will burn, because they will manipulate him to the destruction of the planet. And I said, what they did to Britney Spears, I saw it when they were doing. Britney was being isolated, just like me, just like you TIs. Britney Spears was being isolated. And in that isolation, they were breaking her psychologically, humiliating her on a daily basis, and then physically torturing her also. And then they gave her a husband that, fuck, bro. If she married a retarded motherfucker, it was gonna be better than to marry that guy. That guy was a breaking point. Gave her 2 kids, which women are very attached to kids. That's one way that they get you, attachments. If you're not willing to lose, they will fucking get you. They will get you. Attachments. So I've been a TI for 13 years now. Raven One saved me. The site raven1.net saved me. Then they got the site and they altered the site, but I still have lingering of the old site. But Raven One saved me, literally. I also didn't know what was happening. I had some clues, but I was like, this is impossible. What I'm seeing is like the X-Men movies and things like that. And I still was struggling to believe until Raven One explained to me what was happening to me. Any TI knows raven1.net site, and you should take that one serious. In fact, everyone that is a TI, you should simplify the Raven One page and just give it to him. Like if you are giving him a PDF, simplify the thing. Don't put too many things there, and he will believe. If he has any brains, he will believe. And that's another thing I want you to notice. Have you noticed that these guys are not very creative? That's why they always constantly bombarding you to stop your thinking process, your creativity thinking process. Because they're not creative. Their main tactics is not strength in numbers, it's intimidation. Wake the fuck up and do not fear them. Intimidation. Once you get past through the intimidation part and to the pain induction part that they do to you, you're gonna start seeing their flaws like it's all there in your face. But then what bothers us is what they're doing, destroying our resources. Destroy our resources. That's why they destroy our resources. So we have no power to fight them because they are weak. They cannot fight us. They are weaker. We can beat them. And funny thing, if I know all of this, why didn't Jehovah God and all these gods fucking explain to us in the Bible, the so-called book of God? What kind of God doesn't give a fuck about the pain of a chicken or a cow, and how it's being tortured in front of its children and seeing its children being killed also, cow or chicken? In the Bible, when Genesis says, now you can eat all the animals of the land, and all the animals of the land are your nation, you can do whatever you want with them. God, they feel pain. In those days when they were forcing you guys and teaching you guys that, animals don't feel pain, they don't have souls, And, who else they did that to? To black people. Who else they did that to? The Kurds people. Who else they did that to? Rohingya people in Myanmar. Who else they did that to? To Jew people, during the World War II and many other occasions that, not powerful Jews, of course. The powerful Jews were actually living well, and the people are the ones who suffered. It's not about which nation, which people, which race. It's about people, real human beings. Non-human beings, they don't suffer. They just will come, collect the pain in the death of others, and start asking compensation, Check this out on this planet, on our so-called society. That's what they do. And those are mostly not non-human beings. They are mostly politicians and etc. who get elected for being the people's fighter and etc. But most of the time in the fight, they were not. They did the political fight, the mouth shit. They never got exiled and etc. But in the death time, they were not there. Yeah. Yeah. So I was trying to tell them all of that. And I started telling them, what you want to do is very obvious to me. You want to break the rap industry. Because you don't speak as much as garbage to Hollywood. For example, you don't speak that much about garbage to gay Hollywood stuff, like Beauty and the Beast, which was a gay movie, which even everybody was saying it's a gay movie. Or 50 Shades of Grey. I mean, Jesus. Talk about overcloaked fantasy of sexuality. I've never seen the garbage movie like Black Panther. Don't even waste my time there. Hollywood manipulation. We got 2 years, 3 years without black people in Oscars. And this so-called 2018 Oscars, the American actor that got the movie was Oprah. It wasn't even an actor. It was a TV show, not an actor. A TV show hostess, and she gets an actor for black actors. One black woman actress, which wasn't even an actor, it was a TV show, reality TV show. And then you think that the last Grammy for black movie was for Fences. A bitch and an idiot, sorry Denzel Washington, crying over their son not being a baseball player. And the woman cries so much that snort from her mouth, from her nose, literally getting into her mouth, and she's screaming, "My son won't get a baseball player." Also didn't watch that shit, There's a war going between Netflix and Hollywood. I mean, you watch Netflix, you get subscription from Netflix. It's like your brain remembers what the 80s and 90s were all about, when humanity was on track to development. You feel like you're going back to our dimension or our reality, And then you go back to a Hollywood flicks or to a Hollywood shit. I mean, you see the difference. I didn't need to do that. I'm already checking Hollywood, You get these American problems that a teacher raped or had none. They don't rape. They didn't rape. They had sex with their students, primary or even high school. Please, America, do me a favor. Do not arrest those teachers. Send them to counseling, not by psychologists, by their best friends or people who, like Farrakhan or a white person who, like Noam Chomsky, to counsel them, or Jordan Maxwell, Why do I say that? Women on this planet, on this world, are being attacked. I say it this way. The time of the gods is coming back. Women in the times of the gods, they were nothing more, nothing less than whores. Something to plow your penis in, out, and enjoy yourself. And that's what we are seeing. Women basically lost all of their dignity. They are nothing more than whores. Whatever you want to call them. Serious whore, funny whores, grouchy whores, but they're nothing more but a whores. I'm not calling women whores, but that's how this planet is transforming females. Forget about this feminist group. I agree with those niggas who say that. I mean, females they just exacerbate the problem. Females have no dignity, no character, no nothing. All of they think about is spreading their legs. And even our little 6-year-old and etc., 6-year-old, 5-year-old are becoming over-sexualized and already whoring themselves. They look at boys, they already marketizing to the little boys their vaginas, their bodies, and as they're having sex. How do you think a little girl on 9 years old, she got her first baby on 9 years old? This problem was already there in my generation. When I'm 33, was already there, but today is just fucking crazy. And the clothes for these kids. There was another documentary on YouTube showing this. I'm sorry, this video is gonna be a long one, but it has to be done. Yeah, women have been over-sexualized. For example, I went to Portugal, Europe, and there's a difference between Cuba and in Europe, and I just went to South America in one country. In Europe, Portugal, I mean, you don't walk and change a street where you don't see a bus or a taxi or a billboard with a woman in her underwear promoting she wants to be fucked, or that she's a whore and you need to fuck her. You do not do that. I mean, it's everywhere. As a woman, I could call that like they leave movie, subliminal message, whore, fuck, 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 fuck. So they are always ovulating, which is when a woman gets horny and starts secreting her liquids. They are always ready for sex. They are unstable. That's why they have no dignity. They're sex machines. They're sex fridges. Children's or sons' fridges. You fuck them, comes out a baby. That's all they are left. That's all I've told you that they steal my sperm cell. Men are not going nowhere, nowhere fast. That's why they're breaking rap, to breaking the kings of rap. That's what they do all the time. Remember in the Cold War, they would rally up the leaders of the revolution, then kill all of them. And then the whole movement fell down, the whole country fell down. Now imagine this. What will happen when everybody starts saying, oh, Lil Wayne is gay, Puff Daddy is gay, this nigga is gay, Will Smith is gay? What will happen? The whole black entertainment industry, they will collapse. They didn't make it. They just binded everybody together, and they called it an industry on top because they were making most of the money out of those rappers and actually the publishing part. And then they say they own the shit, and that they did it. They didn't do it. They don't own it. The rappers are the ones who want to be addicted to large amount of money without working. That's why there's a different thing. Rapper entertain musicians and other type of musicians. Rappers are not respected because they sold their soul. They sold their respect. Forget the soul. They sold their respect to these idiots. Other musicians, they don't get money like in one song. They get time and etc. But they live a much better, comfortable life, and they have more dignity, and they have more respect from the general public, And they go ways, They go ways. They become conductors, music industries, owners, and shit like that. But rappers are nothing more than discardable condoms, One day it's a good sex, and then when it's not, throw it away. Worn out and fucked up. As humiliated as much as possible, used as much as possible, And just look at this. They want to break rapping industry, And then, you get to these white people, sorry for the term, you get to this Hollywood. See, they're trying to separate music industry, rap, basically just rap, from Hollywood. How the women in Hollywood are being, you look at Britney Spears, Katy Perry, and Wendy Williams, Hey man, you saw that when Wendy Williams cracked under the dress of Lady Liberty, she saw the reptilians. Have you seen this video that speaks about breaking the code of disillusion? Where you can see them. I believe she saw the reptilians. Sometimes I'm very stressed. When you're very stressed, you actually can break the M Kappa Ultra programming, and she saw them, and she wasn't believing in the first millisecond or first 2 seconds. When she starts seeing, hey, this is no illusion, I'm really seeing it, she got into panic, and she tried and ran. But when you try to run and you're very scared, your legs don't work. So she fell and probably had a stroke rather than faint. Being an actor, a TV worker for so long as she did, she probably just worked out on that video and went into her room and cried the shit out. Because nobody can help her. And the fucked up thing is, the only reason why she didn't shoot herself is because she has been hearing too much about reptilians, and then that time she saw it. That's what I saw, Wendy Williams. I mentally analyze it. I don't use psychology. There's no such thing as psychology. It's mentality. They use words and they separate things like conscious and science. They are one in the same. There's no such thing as conscious and science. They're one in the same. Conscious is the state of awareness, and humanity's state of awareness is of constantly learning. That's why knowledge is power for us, And you have to ask yourself one question. If God knows everything, eventually we will know more than God, because we will know the experience of life that we have. And, since God has a limited knowledge because he knows everything, we will have God's knowledge too, and our knowledge, so we will know more than God. 0.1 more than God. Now, if you really think about this disproves God. Understand this. I believe in the Creator, not in this Jehovah God thing. God is not just an imposter. God is a raper of this planet. He rapes this planet. I was watching this other video in The Truth May Scare You in Holy Weird 4. And they were making this Japanese experiment, about love. You treat some rice with love and some other rice with hate. And the one with the hate, it goes down. And the guy was saying it's consciousness, and I told him, no, that rice is alive. It's responding to you. Like a plant, when you talk to a plant and it responds to you. Because I've seen other experiment of that sort. And then I told myself, if that is true, this rice cooked, but it's still alive and conscious, what really happens when we die? Okay, guys.
I just want to show you this.
Let me not
show you
stretch
one
this
picture that I'm going to show you.
more.
That my computer is
Okay, thank you very
identified
much.
Android
Just-
when I'm only using this
Thank you very much.
SD cards to communicate with the computer. This computer and this phone that you see in the recordings don't actually go along. And the computer companies in Angola stopped selling webcams so we wouldn't record this shit that happens in our rooms. At least me, they don't allow me to buy a webcam. They always invent an excuse. And webcam is like $10, 1,500 kwanzas, 2,000 kwanzas, 3,000 kwanzas. And this phone costs 70,000. My earphones cost 5,000 kwanzas. Yeah, so it's really an attempt not to let me buy a webcam so that I can record what's happening. Yes, this computer has a camera, but the microphone doesn't work. And the Windows 10 only has a 3 hours recording session and recording, so it's fucked. And since we don't have credit cards or ways to buy, software from the internet, because we don't have access to Google Store or a Microsoft Store or Apple Store, yeah. There you go. It's the whole software and IT and knowledge and reaching out to other people in the world lockdown. This is the low tech that I use to communicate.